Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There are some things your soul remembers that your mind was never meant to translate, and that's not a flaw, that's protection. Because when something is sacred, it doesn't announce itself. It hides, it prepares, it waits for the right moment to reveal its power, and right now, you are that sacred thing. You've been asking, haven't you, why do I wake up feeling like I've lived a whole lifetime while I slept? Why do I carry a weight in my chest, like I just returned from somewhere I don't recall? Why does my body rest, but my spirit feel like it never stopped moving? Let me tell you something that most people are not ready to hear. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you've been walking in realms your conscious mind cannot yet name. You've been receiving instructions you don't remember, because they weren't given to your memory. They were given to your calling. This isn't just about dreams. This is about what's been encoded into you while you weren't looking. Because the chosen don't get trained the way the rest do. You don't just get taught in daylight. You're shaped in the shadows, in the silence, in the places where nothing makes sense, but everything is changing. And that strange pressure you've been feeling lately, the one that keeps building even when life looks normal, that's not anxiety. That's your future knocking. That's your spirit cracking open under the weight of everything it's been entrusted with. You've been asking to remember your dreams. But what if I told you some things are too divine to be remembered too soon? Because the moment you remember, you're responsible. And God would rather protect your destiny than rush your ego into action. You see, the blueprint is already inside you. Not on a scroll, not in a dream journal. In your bones, in your instincts, in the way you suddenly just know something without being told. Because memory fades, but encoding doesn't. Your soul has been recording every revelation it's ever received. That moment you jolted awake at 3:33, that name you heard whispered in your sleep, then forgot by morning. That sense that someone was standing over you, not to scare you, but to confirm you. You weren't imagining it. You were being visited, trained, aligned, because you're not here to entertain dreams, you're here to embody prophecy, and the enemy knows that. That's why the warfare has escalated. That's why sleep has felt more like a battlefield than a retreat. That's why even on nights you rest 8 hours, you wake up feeling like you've survived a war, because you have. While the world sleeps for recovery, you sleep for preparation. Every forgotten dream wasn't a loss. It was a seed, buried, watered in mystery, growing in silence until the moment your spirit is strong enough to hold what your memory couldn't carry. But I need you to understand something deeply. Your forgetting isn't failure. It's encryption. The most sacred revelations come sealed, because if they leak too soon, they'd be tampered with. By fear, by doubt, by external voices who were never meant to see what you've been shown. So instead, you were hidden, your dreams veiled, your visions delayed. Not because you're weak, but because you're that important. And the pressure you've been under lately, it's not random. It's the sound of your spirit aligning with a memory that hasn't surfaced yet, but will. Not in pieces, not in flashes, but in full, blazing clarity when the time comes. You don't need to chase the dreams you forgot. They never left you. They've been walking beside you this whole time, quietly shaping your decisions. You've said things lately you didn't realize were answers to prayers you once prayed. You've stepped into rooms and felt déjà vu, not because you've been there before physically, but because your spirit. You rehearsed this in the dream realm long before now, and life is finally catching up. You're not falling behind. You're aligning. Soon, everything you've sensed without understanding, everything you've carried quietly, will begin to move, not just within you, but through you. Your voice will shift, not in tone, but in depth, because when someone speaks from a place deeper than memory, people feel it. There's a unique presence that enters when a soul starts to remember its assignment. That presence is awakening within you. What happens next won't be a sudden unveiling. It never is. The truth will come in fragments, in quiet moments during ordinary tasks. Doing the dishes, walking outside, staring at the sky. Suddenly you'll pause, and you'll know. Not recall, not imagine, know. And this knowing will shake the parts of you that once needed proof, validation, or permission. Because that version of you isn't equipped for what's coming. That former self wasn't meant to carry this truth. But the version of you that's emerging, the one who doesn't wait for the full plan before taking the first step, the one who treats instinct as sacred, that's who has been built in quiet preparation. You're no longer just the dreamer. You are the dream becoming real. And the world doesn't need more people chasing clarity. It needs someone brave enough to become it. So when the next moment of knowing strikes, when the memory presses against your chest like it's breaking through, don't resist. Don't second guess. Accept it. Because it will arrive loudly. It will interrupt your routine. It may even dismantle what's familiar. But it will awaken something ancient in you. Something that says, you've done this before. You were built for this. This remembrance isn't random. It's on divine schedule. Then it will all begin to make sense. Why you were protected. Why you were hidden. Why some doors never opened. Because they weren't meant for you. They were distractions, not destiny. Now, your real assignment steps forward. And it's not something you need to chase. It's something you carry. It has always been yours. This is why your energy has been stirring rooms, why people sense something in you they can't explain. It's not charm. It's not coincidence. It's the vibration of someone walking with divine insight. Even if they don't know what you know, they can feel that you know, because there's a difference between someone who talks about dreams and someone who's been living them, receiving codes, holding truths too sacred to speak just yet. That's who you are now. From here on, everything shifts. You're not reaching for what was lost. You're aligning with what is rising. It won't arrive with thunder, but with precision. You'll speak less and say more. You'll walk into chaos and feel clarity, not because the situation changed, but because you remembered who you are within it. This is no longer a season of searching. This is a season of remembering, and not everyone will understand. Some will say you've changed. Some may feel unsettled by how effortlessly you begin to move. Don't explain. You were never meant to convince, only to become. You see, you weren't just made to hold dreams. You were made to deliver messages. Some messages will never be written. They'll live in your presence, your courage, your peace in moments where peace seems impossible. And yes, the enemy has noticed. That's why the resistance has been so intense. Because once you become aware of what you carry, the silence breaks, and everything that tried to stop you loses its grip. So here is your confirmation. You haven't been forgetting. You've been entrusted, and now your eyes are ready to see. From this moment on, walk like someone who has returned from a hidden realm, not with pride, but with purpose. Because the most powerful messengers don't shout, they radiate. And the most dangerous to the darkness are the ones who no longer seek to remember because they've become the message itself. Chosen one, you are the message now. It's no longer just about the dream. It's about what you do with what was sealed in your soul long before this life began. You're not behind. You're not lacking. You're perfectly on time. Now the seal is breaking. The flame is rising, the echo is becoming a voice, and that voice is yours, so declare it now. Say it with your whole being. I am not forgotten. I am being activated. This time it's not just a dream, it's my return. And you are ready. Thank you for walking this path with me. If this message resonates with you, please like, share it with someone who may need it, and subscribe to stay connected. Keep moving forward in your awakening by selecting the next video that calls to you. I'll see you there.